Well, Bungie was back this week with their This Week at Bungie update, giving us more info on why Telesto has been acting very strangely this week, plus dishing out some free emblems. We've also had a community vote for an upcoming Trials map, and next week, Iron Banner is back for our second dose of Eruption this season. All that and more, so let's get to it. But if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Roughly 98% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Without further delay, let's dive into This Week at Bungie from the 10th of November 2022. So first of all, we've got the winning Trials map, so attention Guardians. This week's Trials of Osiris will be on, and it's going to be Cauldron, so personally I was hoping for Anomaly to get out there and try and take a trip to the Lighthouse. So one thing to call out, if you are still struggling to get your Bungie.net emails, make sure you check out the page, and that is on Bungie.net. We've got a few tips and tricks that might help, and that way we can get you in the voting next time. Well, next up we have Telesto, so we are aware that Telesto is acting, well, like Telesto honestly, so we wanted to give you a little bit of a tip for new lights who may not have heard about when Telesto acts up. We just toss a blanket over it until we can put in a more permanent fix. Anyway, no puzzles or secrets to be found, despite what the machine says we are still in full control of the situation, and there is no need to panic. You can also get a free emblem that is available now, so it's called Schrodinger's Gun Telesto Inspired Emblem, and the code for that is 9LX7YC6TX, and hopefully that should be on your screen right now. What I will do is put it down in the description as well, so it's nice and easy to copy and paste, and I put a link to the destination where you need to redeem that code, and once you have redeemed the code you can then pick up the emblem in the game and you can wear Telesto very, very proudly. Well, next up we've got news about Iron Banner, so alright Guardians, the final Iron Banner of the season is upon us. Now don't forget to log in next week, finish up your title, or even get that guild. We do want to call out a quick note from the team. In Eruption we fixed a bug where defeating a prime player on a 5+ streak, we give extra points for each participating player. And while it's interesting, it led to drastic point swings. They're a little bit too much for our liking, so now it only rewards points to the player that dealt the final blow. We also updated the mode to only show you Iron Banner medals instead of unintentionally showing you Crucible medals as well. Well, next up we've got next week in Destiny, so we've got Stop the Vex Incursion in the Glassway Nightfall, Iron Banner Eruption returns, Lord Shaxx brings momentum control to the Crucible, along with bonus Crucible ranks. We've got the Raid Rotator in focus, and that is the Deepstone Crypt. And also, the Dungeon Rotator, that is going to be the Shattered Throne, so that is your featured content for next week. Well, there are some issues in player support, so first of all, daylight savings. As of the 6th of November in the United States, Destiny 2's daily and weekly reset time had been updated to 9 AM PST due to daylight savings. And for more information on ritual resets, please visit our ritual reset guide. Well, next up we've got Google Stadia, so Destiny 2 players who main characters on Google Stadia should set up cross-save with another platform so they do not lose access to their characters after the Stadia shutdown on January the 18th, 2023. Additionally, after January the 18th, players with Google Stadia as their primary account should not deactivate cross-save for any reason. Doing so will result in player completely losing that access to their characters. So make sure you get that set up before January the 18th, or ideally before the end of the year, so you don't forget. Next up, we've got Ether Tank Radio, so we're currently investigating an issue causing players to be unable to receive all Ether Tank Radio messages when playing across multiple characters. As they work around for this issue, players should continue to complete their Sales of the Shipstealer weekly quest mission on the character that has at least one game of chance remaining from Spider, and ensure they receive all radio messages on this character before progressing the story on another. Now please note that players must return to orbit between every radio interaction. And then finally, under known issues, we have simply got one, and that is Telesto. And not surprising, it has been a crazy week for Telesto this week. Well, let me know in the comments what you think of all the latest news from Bungie and Destiny 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. Or you can check me out on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.